Hello, this is Doug Cooper, University of Connecticut, and you're watching a video on how to make a presentation video. This is going to be an overview video on how to take a PowerPoint presentation and put it into a movie format. It's not going to be a complete how-to. Not everything you need to know will be shown here. I'll show as much as I can, but trial and error will be required. You're going to have to talk to other people. You're going to have to try the frustrations of poking around, testing different things. It's all going to be based on Microsoft products, specifically PowerPoint and Movie Maker. So I'm hoping the challenge is not too great. Along the way, I'll give you some things to think about. So let's get started. You see here the steps for creating a slideshow. The most important thing is to define what your subject is and to research that subject, to put together a story that explains your hypothesis, your objective, what it is you're trying to achieve, and then putting together a slideshow that conveys that information in a professional and organized fashion. When we're done with that, we export our slideshow as images, import those images into a software product called Movie Maker, create a voiceover. That's what I'm doing now, talking to you as I move through the slides. We line up the slides and the images, and then export our results as the movie you are watching now. Truly, the biggest challenge in this whole project is the research. You have to define what it is the topic you're going to present to us is about. What is your premise? What is your objective? What is your hypothesis? Perform the background research, put together the details of a story, organize that story, that communication in a PowerPoint that has organized professional slides communicating, teaching, explaining what it is you're trying to communicate to your audience. We're assuming you know how to do that already in this video. So we've researched our subject and we've created our PowerPoint slideshow. Now what we do is we export each slide as an individual image, as a JPEG or a GIF. So in PowerPoint, we click on the Office button up in the upper left-hand corner and click Save As. If you're using an older version of PowerPoint, you'd click File and then Save As. For the file type, I recommend you use either a JPEG or a GIF. Either one is fine. PowerPoint is going to ask, do you want to save all of the files as individual images, or do you want to save just the current slide? Depending on where you are on the project, that dictates your answer or your choice at that point. We're now at what I expect will be the new part for most of you, and that's using a software product called Movie Maker to import our images and create this video. If you've never used Movie Maker, a great place to start is wonderful Wikipedia, the center of all human knowledge. It has the closest thing I know of to a user guide. It's a good article. Make sure you enter the name as Movie Maker, 2 words, when you do your search. Movie Maker comes pre-installed. If you have an XP machine or a Vista machine, Windows XP or Windows Vista, you have Movie Maker somewhere on your computer. If you look under the Programs directory on your C drive, you should be able to find it. As a last resort, the bottom of the Wikipedia article has a way for you to download and install it for free. But I suggest you try to find it on your computer and get it on your desktop so that you can use it for this project. If you have to search for it, it's moviemk.exe as I show on this slide. Once you've found it and got it ready to go, execute it, run it, and you should see a display like you see on this slide here. When you have it running, start playing. The way to learn about software is to use it. So play and play some more. Look at view, look at tools, look at clip, look at play, try to capture, see all that there is to see what the different options are, so that when we start using them, you will have seen them before. It won't be the first time you've seen them. With the task pane showing, this is an option that you can turn on and off from the view selection on the menu bar. Import the pictures that you exported from PowerPoint. So click on Import Pictures, Find the folder where you stored all those image files, select them all, and import them into Movie Maker. If we've done everything correctly, at this point we should see thumbnail images of all of the slides from PowerPoint displayed within Movie Maker. This video uses the timeline view in Movie Maker. So if the bottom of your screen shows the storyboard view, click on Show Timeline. With the timeline view showing, grab all of your slides and drag them down to the timeline, the video timeline as I show here. You can grab all of them at once, just make sure they're in the proper order. So your 10, 12, 15, however many images should be lined up right on that video timeline. If we've done everything correctly, we should be able to watch a silent movie that we've just created. Don't worry about how long each image is displayed, because when we do the voiceover, we can adjust them. Some will need to be displayed longer and shorter. It depends on how much wordage there is with each slide. But now is the time to make sure that the story's in the proper order, that all the things that we want to say are there, and then we'll adjust as we do the voiceover. Be sure as you're going to put everything in the same folder on your hard drive. Your original PowerPoint file, all of the images you created from that PowerPoint file, the audio files, and the Microsoft Windows Movie Maker project file. That project file, when you say Save Project inside Windows Movie Maker, it's the thing that lines up automatically all of the video clips and audio clips after you've taken the time to edit them and align them. And so if everything's collected in the same place, you can reopen and recall the next day your video and edit to it, add, subtract to it. But if you have things distributed across your hard drive and move things, then the project file won't be able to find what you're looking for, and you'll find yourself in a position of having to recreate things. It'll be very frustrating. So please put everything in the same location and then leave it there. With our silent movie of images lined up in Movie Maker, now we move on in part 2 of this video to creating a voiceover, aligning the voices with the images, and then exporting our result as a movie.